Yep. Count it. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Houston Rockets Daily. Let's talk Rockets. Episode number 68. I have an 8, but things are great. You know, I'm not very rated. Welcome back, guys. First off, we're going to talk a little bit about the Houston Rockets. So it's Monday, June 10th. We got the NBA Finals going on. I want to integrate what I've seen from the first 2 games of the NBA Finals into the Houston Rockets, specifically drafting at 3 and a little bit of the future. It's going to be very loose. I don't have a single thing planned except for one tweet, but I appreciate you guys pulling up. You guys have been blessing this on YouTube. Shout out to all of you. You guys are blessing this on streaming sites. We're getting record level numbers. Let me pull up the stat here. Once again, it is available down below on Apple and Spotify. Click the links down below or type in Let's Talk Rockets with Jackson Ostro. Damn, we're still at 690 plays. All right, we're not quite at 700 plays, but go click that link down below and give us a follow at the very least if you want to listen to this on streaming sites while you're at the gym or going to work or late at night, whatever you want to do, man. I'm not here to judge. Moving on. Guys, I'm noticing some stuff here in the NBA Finals, and I want to talk a little bit about the draft because the draft's going to be here before we freaking know it. Is this the right tweet? It is the right tweet. Is it on the screen? It is on the screen. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. As you guys know, we got 2 cats up in here right now. I was going to Google something. What's up, DJ Mill in the chat? Rockets drafting Sar at 3. I like it. Every day we have to do when is the NBA draft, and it's always June 26th. We're like literally almost 2 weeks away from the start of the NBA draft. And obviously because it's the NBA Finals right now, and it is, I guess, technically the start of summer, nobody really gives a rat's ass. So I saw this tweet here. This is from Biased Will or Biased Houston. Guys, follow my Twitter. This is Golf on Pod. Don't follow that, or follow that Twitter. That's my golf company. But we got a tweet here from Biased Houston, aka Will. I do like this dude, and I hate to use him as an example. But here's his tweet. I do not like the idea of drafting a player at number 3 that is incompatible with my best player. Donovan Clingan, great player, just has no hope of sharing the court with the most important Houston Rocket. My hope is Clingan Noise is a leverage play to get some team to trade up. Neither Şengün or Clingan can space the floor or move their feet laterally on the perimeter. That pairing cannot coexist on the court together. So unless you're expecting Clingan to eventually take over the starting job from Şengün, we're using a top 3 on a player who won't play much in a playoff setting. Really quickly, the Houston Rockets drafted Ahmed Thompson at pick number 4 last year, and just get a quick. And once again, this has nothing to do with this dude who tweeted this. Seriously, I apologize if this is. I'm just trying to prove a point here. Ahmed Thompson, Ahmed Thompson started 23 games. Forgot about that. We have DJ Mill here chatting. Don't think Şengün is the player, and I am so glad you brought this up, folks. Let me do a quick Google search. Last time the Houston Rockets made the playoffs. What year is it? Lucky guessers, guess down below. 2020. What year is it now? It's 2024. Folks, the Houston Rockets are in no way, shape, or form in a position to not draft the best player available according to their GM and to their scouts and to the Houston Rockets organization. If you are at pick number 3 and your general management staff decides that Donovan Clingan is the best player available at pick number 3, you draft Donovan Clingan. Until Alperen Şengün or any member of the Houston Rockets win a playoff series, they are all touchable. And I know this is not something I want to say. This is not something you want to hear. But the Houston Rockets have not made the playoffs in over 4 years. I don't care if Alperen Şengün is the future of the Houston Rockets, according to you. According to me, he is as well. And I just want to let that know. Alperen Şengün, to me, is the future of the Houston Rockets. But no player is untouchable. Now, I will just say, Donovan Clingan, like from a 2K GM perspective, like myself, Donovan Clingan at pick number 3 does not make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense because, yeah, Alperen Sengun is hopefully your franchise player. And you just traded for Steven Adams. Now, with that being said, isn't Steven Adams on an expiring contract? So think of Steven Adams more of a short-term play, just like Dylan Brooks, just like Fred Double V. I don't think Fred or Dylan will actually be on our our championship roster, but that's neither here nor there. My point just is, we can't get obsessed over one player until they prove that they can exceed at that level. Once again, Houston did a phenomenal job last season. All things considered, we dealt with various injuries. It was a new head coach, first year head coach. We were the worst team in like NBA history in the last 3 years. Houston did just such a great job last season. And once again, I'm not trying to say like Donovan Clingan's the pick at number 3, but what I am just saying is just because we won 40 plus games last season does not mean that you can draft off of need or want. I'm not going to take the 20th best projected pick just because he's excelling. Like let's just say hypothetically the 20th ranked prospect in this year's draft class is like by far the best 3-point shooter in college basketball. Like by far, like not even close. The number 20th projected pick is the best 3-point shooter. Well, what does Houston need? We need 3-point shooting. Obviously, I'm not going to take the 20th ranked prospect at pick number 3. And so my point with the title that your trade idea sucked, just draft at number 3 is, folks, I keep seeing these trades. It's like I'm trading away pick number 3, Jayshawn Tate and Jacques Landale for pick number 9 and Luke Kennard and like maybe a future protected first round pick. It's like, I don't know what that offers me. What the hell does Luke Kennard offer me for the 9th pick? If you're suggesting, or if your mind right now is actually saying, you know what, let's take another future first round pick, Luke Kennard, a good 3-point shooter in the 9th pick, well, we're not going to get anywhere with that mindset, man. You got to be aggressive and you got to take the best player available in every single draft in every single sporting league. So just my point is, man, take the best player available. And obviously, I don't think Donovan Clingan's the 3rd best player in this year's NBA draft. I'd take Ricochet. I'd take Rotisserie Chicken at pick number 3 if he's available. I'd take Sarr at pick number 3 if he's available. I'd take Reed Shepherd if he's available at pick number 3. Like, I'm not drafting based off of need. And I get it because this is, this tweet that we have on the screen here is how a lot of Houston Rocket fans feel. And I totally understand it from just like, a fan's perspective. Like, Donovan Clingan, like, what the hell does he do for me? I got Alperen Sengun. I got Steven Adams. To me, the most important thing I'm noticing with this year's NBA Finals is versatility. Let's just get into this chat real quick. We don't have too many chats. We've got 8 people watching live here. Throw any comment, any question, any observation, any opinion, any take down below in the chat. This is super casual. This is super loose. Sengun can't rim protect nor shoot from the outside. Playoffs showing you need rim protection. I think you do need rim protection to a certain degree. My only issue with this comment here, or this logic here, is you could say the same thing with Denver of last year. Denver won the NBA Finals, and I know you guys are probably sick of hearing this. I'm sick of saying this. Jokic was your starting center. And Jokic, when he's trying on defense, I think is perfectly fine. And then you're going to pair him up with a versatile, athletic defensive player in Aaron Gordon. The backup center last year for the Denver Nuggets was DeAndre Jordan. Off the top of my head, I don't know his statistics in last year's NBA Finals or NBA playoffs or regular season, but I would imagine they could have done without DeAndre Jordan. This year is interesting to me because if you've noticed, Luka Doncic, whenever Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown have the basketball and Luka Doncic is guarding one of those players, they run right past him. Like they are, and the film backs it up. And trust it, I don't want to believe it either because I'm rooting for Dallas in this year's finals because who the hell likes the Boston Celtics unless you're from the Boston, New England area. Boston defensively can switch on every single screen. They can switch on every single screen. So what they're doing right now is they're locking up Kyrie Gordon. Retard. They're locking up Kyrie Irving right now in the NBA Finals. Kyrie Irving has been locked up. Now, game one was a little bit different because Kyrie was just missing shots. But last night, Kyrie Irving was locked up. All right. And, rim protection is interesting because the bigs are, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis. I'm more so valuing versatility on switches and just defensive versatility over rim protection. I do think rim protection is a little overrated to a certain extent. When I look at the Dallas Mavericks, I think Gafford's been a little under or misutilized in the NBA Finals, and I expect Jason Kidd to make adjustments, and I would bet my house that I don't own yet on Dallas to win game 3 and game 4. I'll just let that record speak out right there. But this finals is interesting, and it's just like last year, as DJ Mills pointed out here. Last year was different. Denver was the team to beat. So you got a team like the Lakers who will craft and orchestrate a team to take down Denver. And then Denver gets, knocked out of the playoffs. And now it's probably going to become Boston or Dallas. Realistically, I don't think Dallas wins the championship. I think Luka looks absolutely gassed. And I think Derek Lively is a little young. And Gafford, I think, like I said, is being misutilized, wrongly utilized, whatever word I'm looking at. Jalen Johnson, what's up, man? I like Klingon, but it makes no sense to draft him at 3. DJ Mill, Jokic has a 7'4" wingspan compared to LP's 7-foot wingspan. I also think Şengün was a perfectly fine defender last year. I don't have any concerns with Alperen Şengün's defense last year. I think he severely improved, and he's entering year 4. And I think this is the year. And this is why I don't suggest Houston makes anything crazy. I hope the Rockets don't make any crazy moves. Like if I wake up one day and I see Tari Eason shipped on over to Brooklyn or, freaking Memphis or wherever, just to acquire a guy like Mikal Bridges. I think Mikal is relatively overrated. I think he's a really solid player. He's a phenomenal two-way athlete. My issue with trading for Mikal Bridges, I don't know if we're quite there yet. Nobody has established themselves as a star player on the Houston Rockets. We have not made the playoffs since 2020. Reed Sheppard, Reed Sheppard isn't a top 3 pick in this class or any class for that matter. Speaking of Reed Sheppard, I think Reed Sheppard on paper makes a lot of sense. He's 6'3", 187. He's a little small. He is a little small. And I hate players who are projected as bench players. Like, isn't Reed Sheppard's projection Lou Will? A 6-man. I don't really need a 6-man. Oh, so look at this. The duality of man. Reed Sheppard isn't a top 3 pick or any class for that matter. At this point, just keep the pick. Draft Reed Sheppard. At the bare minimum, Jokic has the physical capability to disrupt. Sheppard should be our pick. Şengün improved defensively. We got Deverick Grant. Hi, Jackson. What's up? Love your videos. I'm on the fence on both sides. We need shooting and rim protection. The problem is we have a lot of guards and not enough rim protection. We have chance to build a team comparable to the Celtics / why Rockets fans keep trying to mold after Kings. That is funny. I do not mind that comment, DJ Mill. So, yeah, that's the only tweet I had prepared for this. Will is a pretty solid Twitter guy, I imagine here. I think we're just going to move on. Kyrie did say to Amin Thompson and Azar that you guys will be here someday. That's it. That's it for that tweet. We got 15 cats in here. Once again, guys, this show is live on podcast form. So that's really it for today's rant. I got to record my golf podcast eventually here. So, and Matthew Cunningham throws in here last minute. The bank's still open, 6:40 on a Monday. Şengün turned 22 like yesterday. I think he turns 22 technically in a week because we have a similar birthday. That's right. Şengün is born one day before me. in a completely different year. But yeah, Şengün is technically still 21 years old, entering his fourth year. I'll pull up this on the screen for our visual listeners, our visual viewers. Alperen Şengün, 63 games played this past season. The three-point shooting is concerning to a certain degree, man. He took the most threes of his career this year. It was just 1.8. He only made half three a game. He shot 29%. We'll round up. Shot 30% from downtown. But look at this. 21 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.7 blocks. What I need is a huge season from Jabari Smith Jr. Because I think those two are pretty. I think they are going to make each other better, and I really do think, from the bottom of my heart, that Jabari Smith Jr. and Alperen Şengün are a good enough big man group to make a deep run. This is a deep big man draft, but the only way the Rockets draft the big is trade down. But unless they trade with Portland or Chicago, maybe don't see any deals that make sense for the Rockets. Yeah, I'm just starting to lean towards I doubt any trade will happen here. Whether it's a trade down, whether it's trading the pick just in general, just flipping with Chicago at 11 or flipping with Memphis at 9. I don't know if this is on the screen, but I'm pulling something up here. Why can't I find the damn Rockets? Oh, because I'm retarded. All right, we'll pull this on the screen here. Do a quick hoops hype run. We'll get out of here. Oh, jeez, I'm not reading that. Oh, God, I'm not reading that. I don't care. DeMar DeRozan on Dillon Brooks. I just don't like him. I think Aaron Holiday will leave the Rockets this summer. All right, no news. No news. That is it for today. Follow my Twitter. The link's in the bio. Check out the Let's Talk Rockets stream on Spotify and Apple. Links in the bio. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, especially if you're watching live. That's it for today. We'll see you soon.